Imagine an alternate digital world. One in 3D that immerses you the moment you enter it. In this world, a digital you moves from place to place, unbounded by the laws of physics. This is the promise of the Metaverse. What's the hype all about? And what will it take for us to get there?
What exactly is the Metaverse?
Consensus seems to be that the Metaverse is the future of the internet.
What will it look like? Well, it depends on who you ask.
Mark Zuckerberg recently rebranded Facebook to Meta, reflecting his Metaverse ambitions for the company, which also owns the VR headset Oculus. He has described the Metaverse as a virtual environment where you can be present with people in digital spaces. This comes close to how the Metaverse was first described in a 1992 science fiction novel, Snow Crash, that coined the term.
In this fictional story, the Metaverse is a parallel digital world where humans interact with each other in avatar forms. If this is the future of the internet and I'm going to be living a large part of my life within it, I want to know how it looks like. Oh my gosh, okay. This one's fun.
How immersive the future Metaverse will be depends, to an extent, on how realistically the physical world can be recreated in it. And the ability to create true-to-life 3D animation is a goal for those working on virtual world simulations, including CG artist, extended reality designer and author Cornel Hillman.
We're looking at various trends that make up the idea of the metaverse. First of all, one big trend is gaming. So gaming is becoming a social thing where people just hang out. And then we have digital ownership, like people wanting to own a skin. And ideally, they want to take that skin, use it as an AR filter on, Instagram, and take it to Roblox or to Fortnite. And then, of course, the huge development in extended reality, being able to create realistic virtual worlds.
Let's say I want my avatar to look exactly like me as I do in the physical world. How close are we to achieving that with the technology we have?
There's a new technology by Epic Games called MetaHumans, and MetaHumans is a huge step towards that because it used to be extremely difficult to get realism in humans.
Is there an example, like, can I create an avatar of myself in MetaHumans?
Actually, yes, I prepared a little thing, so I was actually looking up some photos of you online.
Okay.
Here I've basically eyeballed it, by using reference images. Basically how you do that is you take different facial features from different archetypes and mix and match them together and try to approximate the looks. And then we have sensors that drive the avatar's behavior.
It's supposed to be me.
Sort of, yeah. Of course we can try to improve it a little bit.
Wow, I'm yawning. I don't know, I mean, imagine I could be in my studio and there'll be like sensors or cameras to capture me, and I will be interacting with other people doing the same thing, but in the metaverse.
Exactly. It opens up a lot of opportunities because people can join together in a virtual space and look like themselves. We're still at the beginning of building that metaverse that allows these realistic.
For strangers or totally new people who have never met me in physical world, and then I can present a really polished version of myself.
You could try to make yourself look like you've been working out in the gym 24/7 for the last few months,
A hyper realistic virtual me that I can tweak to look however I want. I can see how that can be a big draw in the metaverse. But for me to want to spend time in the metaverse, I need to have more than just being able to tweak how I look. I want me, not just my avatar, to be living these experiences. Gotcha. Come on, get a hit in there.
And that, it turns out, can already be your reality, right in your own living room,
I feel that, man.
with consumer-grade VR sets.
Come on, come on, come on. Give me your best. I actually felt that punch because of the haptic feedback from this vest that simulates the sensation of touch. I still find this experience a bit alien. Take, for example, this rock climbing game I'm trying out. In this VR world, I control two disembodied hands to do the climbing. And these hands correspond with the controllers that I'm holding in the physical world. The rest of my body does not exist in the VR space. So I can just let go and nothing happens to me.
In order to experience the virtual reality world more immersively, with full bodies intact, I hear one needs technology that can be found at some VR entertainment centers.
The main difference for us is that we actually includes different technologies such as your motion tracking technology, so that we actually track your exact movement in the game. So it's more lifelike. If you're waving the game or you're tapping on your friend's shoulder, you'll see exactly the same thing in the game as well.
So the players basically also wear the
Yes,
tracker.
the trackers will actually tell the game to say that, okay, this is your left hand, this is your right hand. So these cameras actually capture all this feedback. That's why it allows us to form your in-game avatar, how tall you are, what you're doing, things like that.
Okay, can we also play these games at home with the same or more or less the same experience?
It can be done, but then to do out the whole system, it won't be economically feasible, I would say.
A basic kit consisting of a haptic vest, headset, headphones, a computer, motion trackers, and cameras will cost a 6-digit sum in Singapore dollars. And that's just for one person. Entering the virtual dimension requires an armor of equipment to teleport our physical bodies into virtual space. Once there, I'm able to intuitively navigate my virtual surroundings, see my torso and limbs, and operate virtual weapons, even physically interact with my friends. But until the technology that enables full body tracking becomes more widely affordable to consumers, a fully immersive metaverse may be out of reach to many.
Oh, that was great. That was quite fun. And I love it that I'm with my friends, I'm being with them, I can communicate with them, I can literally touch them. But okay, something was still a bit missing, like the environment, you know? I couldn't smell anything or feel anything. If only there were more sensations or even a sense of smell included, that would be perfect.
If Professor Yen of the KONUS CUTE Center has his way, this would be his version of the metaverse, rich with multi-sensory interactions similar to the real world.
Prof, what is this?
This is our new invention. It's called Vocktail.
A Vocktail.
Yeah, it's an invention which we can just pour a water, but that can change to different type of drink. Allow you to have a new type of drinking experience.
Wow.
Yeah, I will try to pour the water in first.
And this is soda water?
Yeah.
All right, give me a drink right now.
So I will give you something like a tequila.
Oh, wow.
A glass of soda turning into tequila? A modern-day miracle almost too good to be true.
Cheers, I suppose. That was interesting. There was like bitterness where my tongue was against the plate. There was an aroma of a certain tequila-ish kind of, just very light. It was very light.
So I can give you another taste.
Okay.
So now you can taste what is this.
I see the color has changed. Oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Let's try again. This is a different drink. Cheers.
Yeah.
This is lemon.
Correct. This is
It's lemon.
Yeah.
The moment I put my tongue there was this acidity.
So with the smell, and then that will give you a holistic experience.
Right, so it's not just this, but I'm actually smelling
Yes.
the lemon drink as
Yeah.
well.
And then because of yellow color, I think you already start to think something related to sour.
And only when my tongue touches it, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling it or tasting it.
Yeah, because basically, right, we use a very minor type of electric current, allow that to simulate your tongue.
I see. So my tongue has to touch the metal
Yeah.
conductors. I don't know what you call this.
It's an electrode.
It's an electrode. So basically, I'm electrocuting my tongue.
Yes, in a way, yes. Yeah, but it's because it's a microelectric, so it's super, super mild.
So, by using a combination of electrodes, lights, and scent, the Vogtail tricks the mind into tasting a range of flavors.
All right, I'm gonna try this again. Oh, I think this cocktail is getting to me because I can almost see myself on a beach.
A virtual beach, having a virtual cocktail under a virtual sun, while a virtual breeze plays with my hair. It's the perfect virtual life, except for one thing. In reality, I'm really wearing a heavy VR headset. In another manifestation of a metaverse, there are no VR headsets, and you exist as an avatar. Popular open-world games like Roblox give a glimpse into this.
And there is massive shopping to be done in these online worlds. And unlike the online shopping that we're used to, it's not for goods and services to be used in the physical world, but for our digital avatars.
Fashion is the bestseller among MView's 1 million daily users. And in May, the online world hosted a virtual fashion show that saw real-world designers collaborate with creators to produce digital outfits. All this had me, or rather digital me, feeling the need to spruce up. But Asmi, an MView user and top creator of outfits, has kindly offered to take me shopping. In this virtual economy run by 200,000 creators like her, there's little I can't buy. And it's not just products, but also services that can be shopped. Now, to pay for all this.
Okay. Oh. Maybe I should have checked this before I went shopping.
And I've no idea how to go about topping up my Vcoin. So I'm calling Nancy, who leads efforts to grow the MView economy with digital currency.
Hello, Nancy. What is Vcoin?
Vcoin is a digital currency we launched on MView. So now all of our users can earn Vcoin for providing services on the platform and convert that Vcoin to cash to use in the real world.
Oh, is that what V stands for? It's a virtual coin.
That's right.
What's the rough equivalent of one Vcoin in real world terms?
So there's 250 Vcoin for $1.
No, $1 that is. How do we earn the Vcoin right now?
When you come on MView and you're given an avatar, you're probably going to want to get a personal shopper so that you can make your avatar as, personal and as beautiful and as fashionable as you want it. You're going to want to go into a nightclub and meet other people and dance. So that nightclub owner is going to pay a DJ to spin music for you all night long in that nightclub. So all of those people to earn Vcoin.
So there is an idea of having a metaverse, like there are so many platforms and MView being one of them. How does Vcoin allow me to traverse from one virtual world to another?
We believe that all of these virtual worlds will eventually be connected, and users are going to want to take their content, their earnings, their currency throughout these virtual worlds, you're going to need to allow users to have something like a Bitcoin that is transferable.
If that was a glimpse into how people could live, work, and play in the metaverse in future, that future looks
mind-bending. That's how living in the virtual world for just a few hours has felt. And it's given me an intense desire to want to pop back into the physical world just to remind myself of what's real. Well, that is if I can find my way out of here. That's not it.
the metaverse looks set to be a part of our lives in the near future. But what are the implications when the lines between what's real and what's virtual are blurred? Ayesha Khanna is a prominent tech futurist and author who has raised questions about that.
What are the issues that you think we need to pay attention to and to make sure that we try to regulate that?
Well, the first thing is, of course, cybersecurity. So the first thing is when you're walking in, your entire being is digital, which means every move you're making is now being recorded.
Because every action is logged somewhere.
Every
right?
action is logged somewhere by someone who owns that environment. The second thing is, are we acting in violent ways? Are we doing digital harm to others? So there's this whole concept now of digital justice, especially in like a metaverse. I may bully you, I may attack you. Does that mean that you're not hurt, that your sense of self is not effective if I punched you in the metaverse? Then who do I go to? We need to have activism, we need to have education, and we need to have governance that looks at how they're behaving and make sure that they're not negatively impacting the health of people or allowing cyber criminals to come in.
Another potential challenge Ayesha had highlighted is that we might end up being so immersed in the metaverse, we neglect the physical world.
Take love. With online dating, couples can still meet and verify each other physically. In an online world, everything unfolds virtually. So can love in the metaverse be genuine? To find out, I'm teleporting.
This time, I'm visiting Second Life, a virtual world that has existed since 2003, and like MView, is created largely by its users, who call themselves residents. I'm meeting my guide Draxter, a resident of Second Life for the past 14 years, and a documentary director in both this virtual world as well as in the physical world, where he goes by the name Bernhard Drax. To get a taste of what conducting an interview is like in Second Life, I'm meeting Draxter's avatar virtually with Avatar Me.
I started this series called Love Made in Second Life, and we found that people basically date through their avatars, some of them for quite a long time. This dating could go on from 6 months to sometimes 2 years before people exchange real life physical photographs or they go on a Skype call. In all cases, people stay together, and they have expressed to me that their avatar somehow transported an essence of themselves, so that when they finally saw themselves in their physical reality, right, they were not like, oh my God, this guy has a pot belly or this, you know, it became very secondary.
Wow. So it was like because you do not see the person's physical attributes, you are not colored by that. So the characters connect,
Yes.
as opposed to being attracted to the other person's physical attributes.
I think that's a great way of putting it. I profiled a woman who is 84 and she just got married in Second Life. Her husband passed away 5 years ago. She has great grandchildren. She has a fantastic, fulfilled life in physical reality. But she was dating a guy from Spain, and they met in Second Life at a salsa club. And she married him in Second Life.
Wow.
And to my knowledge, she doesn't know who he is in real life.
So she has kept her second life and her physical world life totally separate.
Exactly. That is exactly the point.
So, according to Dragster, the metaverse can become the space we can express our authentic selves. And it can also be a space where we can lead lives totally separate from what's in real life. I'm not sure how healthy that is. That brings me to another way the metaverse could unfold. A version that combines the best of both worlds. Mixed reality. In such a metaverse, one can navigate a blended world with the help of augmented reality or virtual reality glasses.
Hey, kitty, come here. Come on. Oh, there we go. You're quite animate for an AR cat.
That's Tiu Tiu. He belongs to Professor Zhao, who's a big proponent of a mixed reality metaverse.
What are the benefits of having mixed reality for the metaverse as opposed to having VR or just it being online?
If you go into a virtual world, you are kind of disconnected. But if you are in a mixed reality world, you can connect with real people. You see the physical world. You can live in the nature at the same time, feel the benefits of the virtual world.
So you see that as the metaverse?
I want the metaverse which is blended to our physical world. Right now we have two worlds. We have what we call the physical world, where we everyday experience. But we also have a digital world, which we have to go to our computers or our game consoles to experience. They have two different kind of languages, and you have two different kind of behaviors, which is disturbing. The new generation of technology is just like we are wearing regular glasses, or just wearing clothes, and we go out and we forget about this technology, and we're benefiting seamlessly from its benefit.
Call me old-fashioned, but I quite like my physical world with all its sensations. If I get to choose, I vote for mixed reality.
I like baking, well, the kind where you follow the recipe to a T. No one can predict exactly what the metaverse will look like. Different tech companies will have different versions of it, and their R&D will shape it. But put all the cool tech together, and a completely different metaverse could be the outcome. One thing's for sure, it is coming, and it will disrupt and change life as we know it, just as the internet did. And that's why it matters.